long weekend time. I know it's Wednesday. We're already looking ahead to it. And great to have Chef Paul Lillikas back on the show, because I was telling you, so we're going to a cottage this weekend. We are having some friends up.
Yep.
And you're doing meal planning. And these are friends that we hang out with a fair bit. So you wanted something new and unique.
They've had all your old stuff.
Totally. They're sick of it.
Yeah.
What can we do for them?
Okay, well, I think especially when you're traveling, it's all about fewer ingredients. You can save money while also schlepping less stuff. But using impactful ingredients, ingredients that bring the flavor. So today it's all about one of my favorite ingredients, mustard, and we're combining it with maple syrup and miso. So we're using my Dijon mustard. This is the OG real Dijon.
I was going to say, what type of mustard? Because there's so many different types.
I'm using Dijon today.
I can get behind Dijon.
This is
I can get behind Dijon.
This is the my Dijon that I grew up eating.
Yeah.
And, you know, it brings that sharpness. So we're going to make a glaze here. I've already got some dark maple syrup in here that also has big flavor.
Okay.
This comes in a convenient squeeze bottle, so you can take it with you. And it won't go to waste.
Do you have to use Dijon for this recipe?
I think so, because it brings that spice, that heat.
Right.
Yeah, I really want that sort of heat, but not like spicy heat.
What would yellow mustard do to this?
It would make it really yellow. And I mean, you could, but it wouldn't be quite the same.
It's not
because
the same.
You know what this brings? Almost like that wasabi heat.
But not if somebody doesn't like heat. It's not too hot?
It's not too hot. And then we're balancing it with the sweetness of the maple and then miso. So the reason I use wasabi as an example is because it goes really well with this. So I'm adding just a couple of tablespoons of white miso.
Can I spin this up?
Yep.
Okay.
And the white miso, this goes from looking really bad to really good.
Yeah.
Keep whisking.
Where do you get miso?
Okay, you can get miso at most grocery stores. You can get it online. Where you would find it is like where you find the tofu, sometimes in the produce section, sometimes in the health food section. Okay. But it brings umami, like big, rich, deep umami, like soy sauce would. But as you can see, it just melts right into this. And what I've done with it, this is a really versatile glaze. I've taken some little potatoes, just tossed them with oil, salt, and pepper, and then I've grilled them right on the grill. So they basically become like those campfire potatoes. As you can see, they get nice char. They don't take that long. You don't have to wrap them or do anything.
You can just put them right on there.
Right on the grill.
The great thing about potatoes too, you can just cook them for as long as you want. Obviously, you don't want to burn them, but like keep it on like a medium heat, like not a high heat.
Exactly, and a little bit of char. And now let's just pour a little bit of this.
You pour it right on there.
Yeah. Ew. So I'm going to just glaze these. And at first it looks kind of, wet. It looks kind of funky. No. But when they're hot off the grill, they start to just kind of create an outer.
Ideally, that's what you want to do right off the grill.
Yes.
Because then it's really absorbing that sauce?
Yeah, they get kind of sticky at first, and then they kind of dry up, but when these hit your mouth, they kind of pop with flavor. Right. And with very few ingredients, we didn't add a whole lot there.
Nope.
And you can take this sort of right to the table. I like to finish it with some fresh herbs.
Yeah.
I got some onions green onions and parsley growing in the garden right now.
Well, just even for the look.
For the look.
You know what I mean? It kind of pops nicely.
It really benefits from that little bit of onioniness because it's very rich, it's sweet, it's savory.
All right.
And then these go right next to, I've also grilled some salmon, and I've just used the exact same glaze.
Oh, it is?
Exactly. And you could do it with chicken. You could do it on shrimp. It's a very versatile flavor combination.
Do you have to marinate it?
Nope.
No. Would you cook the salmon first and then put it on, or cook it with it on there?
I cook the salmon first because one of the things with grilling fish is that you're always at risk of it sticking to the grill. Yeah. So what I like is a nice greased grill, nice and hot, and then I put a little bit of oil, salt, and pepper on the fish. Cook it. The most important thing is to not overcook it.
Right, let's throw some potatoes on there to finish this plate up.
The important thing is to not overcook it, and then glaze it right at the end. And that way you end up with a pretty looking piece like this. You're not at risk of it sticking and you're pulling pieces off of the grill. But do you want to give something to try? I would love for you to try this glaze.
Even the thing too is look at the colors on the plate. It's fabulous.
Just some grilled vegetables.
You know what I mean? But the color pops with those were done on the grill too. You got the peppers there.
It's a little unexpected, eh?
Awesome. I love it.
And not too complicated.
No.
And we'll definitely get your friends saying, Tim, what is this?
Yeah, and for anybody sometimes when you say spice, it's like, oh, I can't do spice. It's not that hot.
Not at all.
Even though the miso is muting the Dijon mustard, I find, a little
And
bit.
the sweetness from the maple balances it.
I'm going in for there too. Oz, thanks, Chef.
Oh,
Chef Paul Lillikas.
anytime.
Happy Canada Day, y'all. Happy Pride.
Have a great
Enjoy the
long
weekend.
weekend.